if you found the influence needed to bankroll me, you would immediately, by the looks of it, get 200 leverage generation to get me into your power block.
Yeah, I have to do some changes.
Damn. This is going terribly. I'm just gonna take the no, and then we'll just cancel
Let
this.
me look into it.
This is going awful. We're gonna just let the kids keep working. The kids can stay in their jobs. I could instead try total separation.
Temporarily cancel our alliance. Then I have 300 influence.
That's gonna get rid of 300 leverage generations. That completely goes against the point. Triage unlocked. Also, Belgium wants a pact with me. They're guaranteed by Prussia and America. Hold up. This is interesting. They're rivals with the Netherlands. I mean, how does the Netherlands feel about me? They're already cautious about me. Belgium just loves me. They have a trade agreement they're invested in by Great Britain. Defensive pact with Great Britain and Prussia. Okay, well, shit. I mean, that sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty nice. Improves relations. Yeah. Sure. I'll join that party. My authority's gonna be getting worse now, so I do need to take away, like, my least profitable tax for sure. Well, the shell gun has actually started spreading to me, so this will get done even sooner than I would have expected. That's nice. Mutual funds is already spreading to me. That will be a nice one. More minting. We're having a kind of a money problem right now anyway. That will take care of itself. That will be nice.
There you go.
Hey! So is that immediately enough, or is it going to generate enough? It looks like it's going to generate enough.
Yeah. I thought so. Then I have to raise my taxes.
Am I that expensive to bankroll?
You cost 30k.
Damn. That's interesting. Because I don't get 30k from it. So, in bankrolling other nations, there is some money lost in efficiency somewhere. I get 10k from it. Thank you for that, by the way, because I'm like negative on money, so this is pretty handy.
Oh yeah, it's 10k, sorry.
Alright, there you go. 10k. Cool. Alright. Yeah, I actually wasn't able to build for a while there. Because of, like, I don't know what. Maybe my rush to up my military, but I became financially unfeasible. But now I can afford to build stuff. Kind of. Actually, I go slightly negative, even with your bankrolling. That's crazy. I don't know what happened to my money. Although, letting my private industry do all the building, the investment pool was still growing, which is hysterical. Even now, it's yelling at me, hey, you don't have enough construction for the construction pool. I'm like, bitch, I don't have enough money for me.
First grow your business, then come back.
Well, total separation is going well, 21.2%. I guess we're going to end up in his power block. It's fine, his power block's way more well, set up than mine. Qing's improving our relationship. That's funny, considering I helped invade them, and it kind of fucked me up. But hey, I've gotten back to building, even though we're slightly negative. We have enough gold reserves to make it work. Our money is going up over time, probably as our population goes up over time, and as industries get going. The military's done growing to where I was going to put it. Having more prestige would always be a good thing for the goal of forming Scandinavia, which right now we can't really do. Time needs to pass to really pull that off. Man, we're barely making any explosives at all right now. I know we have the ability to generate a demand for them. For example, I could use them here to increase coal productions, also mortality. It's nitroglycerin, you know. We have to get to dynamite. I only put it on lead right now to try to get a demand, but I guess we're not making much lead anyway, so, like, yeah, there goes that. This would probably cause to catch up pretty quick. 32.5 generation, that's not, like, a lot. And now there's an input shortage of explosives. However, it should start recruiting for this relatively quickly now. And we're starting to set up some, well, railway, some coal mines after that, a bunch of mines and tooling workshops, railways leading up to the munition plants. I kind of have the idea of what I was doing there. We're still researching dynamite right now, and we'll want to replace nitroglycerin with that as soon as possible, naturally. But I do want to get the nitroglycerin going, that's for sure. Well, separately, it seems like we also have a steel shortage. They're unwilling to hire. I don't really understand why. They could apparently benefit from the water tube boiler. But I don't know what's happening with steel. I'm not quite sure, but I do know that our explosives factory is doing pretty well. Am I importing steel? No. That's weird. But the explosives factories are starting to recruit. They're starting to get going, which is good. I would need them, ideally, to get going. The motor industries. The motor industries need steel, but we are not producing steel, which is weird. It's because we don't have enough demand for the transportation. That might fix itself once we get the railway up and running. Explosives seems to be happy where it is, so I'm going to turn it on for the iron mines. Except for Gotaland specifically, I guess. That might be more agreeable once the production of the explosives goes back up again. I'm just going to go back and forth between this. Canneries have been unlocked. Canned meat and fish for food industries. Do I even have food industries? That's a really good question. I don't think I have a single food industries building at all. To be honest, I don't think that even exists. Now, grain is definitely something I don't have enough of. So some canned fisheries would probably be pretty good, although that's only for the purpose of making groceries at all. Yeah, I see grain does have an imbalance though. How's my fish is doing pretty good. What am I importing, exporting? I mean, no, not really. None of that stuff anyway. The only thing that I am exporting right now is hardwood. I'm importing everything else. Our total separation has been passing a lot of events, so the success chance has been going up. I could get it up even more, just the intelligence to get a little bit unhappy, but I mean, that's fine. They would love this. Yeah. The bill must pass. 15% more, 46% success chance. I mean, that's pretty good. And that's going to really change the thinking of my pops over time as well, which is great. I was able to get all the iron mines on nitroglycerin, so that should allow the explosives to make even more. The steel seems fine now. It stops complaining that there's not enough steel, even though it hasn't hired anymore or anything. Insufficient agriculture. Yeah, they keep complaining about this all the time. Upper Stratic Pops become radical. New Guinea gets migration attraction. No. I don't think it matters. I'll just take the -1 with them. It's fine. The Church of Sweden's angry about the industrialists. Well, they're the ones I'm pissing off, so yeah, I could make them happy. The industrialists are quite happy because the law that I was going to pass that would have made them unhappy didn't actually go through. Well, this event isn't as good. This could hurt what we're doing. Hey, look! 10% more minting for mutual funds. That finally unlocked. I don't want to lose the success chance, so I'll just take the setback and some enactment time and the intelligence to become a little less powerful. It's kind of fine at this point. More minting, though. More minting is real nice. The shell gun's already half researched. More than that, and I haven't even actually gotten to researching it yet, so that is pretty nice. The steel frame buildings is on the list. It's like, okay, it'll be a good one. I'm going to throw investment banks at the end of that, though, to get another company and less urbanization. Because, you know, it's level 3, so it's easily within what we could be going for anyway. And so that just sounds pretty good to me. After that, I'm not really sure what to go for, but I think civilizing mission might actually be pretty nice thinking ahead to that point in the future. So I'll probably throw that on there, though there's still a lot of other things that I'm going to need in general. We don't really have a lot in the way of farms, which is why I don't care as much about, like, the fertilizer right now. But probably maybe something in production after. Hell, maybe even just construction throughput. I don't know, there's a lot of options. But also there's a lot of spread in these areas that I'm not paying as much attention. Kinda need to import some fabric. I don't have enough, I'm not building enough. I wonder. Hey, Britain, can you export me some fabric? Do you have room to do that?
Yeah.
Can you send that? Seems like you have plenty of fabric.
I already have a trade route for fabric to you.
Oh, you do? How convenient. I'm importing and exporting a lot of stuff between us already. Like food, clothes, liquor. Although some of these things like clothes are like not moving in like any volume at all.
No, I also have a few. I'm just looking at the trade routes right now. I am exporting a lot of opium to China. It makes me
Naturally.
42k.
Oh, that's good. My private industry is building opium in the British East India Company.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, a lot of love exploiting those Indians. I now have total separation. Ay. That's gonna cause everyone's thoughts to start becoming different. They're gonna start thinking differently. And now someone has appeared with a movement to start state atheism. That's funny. I don't think we really need this. But that is funny. The Pops actually have, like, religions, I think. Yeah, it's not as easily communicated, I feel like, as it is in something like Imperial Rome, but it is there. Also, I have less authority now, so I have to untax something. I'm gonna untax transportation, because it's an actual, like, vital thing that everybody uses. And I'm gonna put it back on clippers, because it's more of a surplus thing, I guess. That makes me negative for money, but it will raise the standard of living of everybody using transportation, at the very least. Oh, I could like leave it on transportation and get rid of it on well, liquor costs less in terms of authority anyway. There's services too. Like there's a lot of average person paying for stuff like that going on. Almost everyone in my nation supports commercialized agriculture over homesteading. That would be hot. It would take power away from the farmers, essentially, is like the main thing. Financial districts would be more likely to purchase plantations, ranches, agriculture buildings, things like that. That's kind of like the main bonus from switching. Main couple bonuses. Also, trade unions will attract lower strata pops, making them stronger. Yeah, let's go for the commercialized agriculture. Oh, wow, I'm getting this way earlier than I did in our other playthrough. And now there's once again a steel shortage. That motor industries is hardly doing anything, huh? I guess nothing is consuming anything from it, which is interesting. I thought I would have had stuff that does that by now, you know, like the railroads. Well, those are supposed to, and I'm subsidizing them, so definitely they're supposed to. It's hard to look at like which one's actually mine, which one's not. Scania's the only one actually doing anything. Scania right here. Which is fully employed. Yeah, it is taking some engines. They're not really being made, so it's buying them at like a ridiculously high price. I don't really know why. I could change my financial districts to publicly traded. I remember that being a good thing, so I'm gonna do that. And what is this? Soldiers complaining, no way to open their canned food. Ah, yes. That's right. They'll figure it out. Or I could spend a little bit of money developing can opener. I remember this as Japan. They'll figure it out. Mutually beneficial. Industrialist trade union. Okay. Public traded company. So I could also get progress towards international exchange standards. You know, I'll take that. Actually. That's a good tech that adds more minting. Although that's tier 4, so... yeah, that's kind of out of my way at the moment. 10 weeks left until we get dynamite, though. Top-down management. This is interesting. They'll manage to be a thing of the past. Industrialists happy. Enactment success chance up. I can make trade unions happy instead. And I can get command economy pop support. That's highly specific. No, I'll just take the one that gives the success chance. We just want this to pass, pretty much. We can also swap our livestock ranches to barbed wire fences. I was putting this off for a little bit, but it has a chance of increasing our fabric a little bit, so... I think we just do it, except one of them says it will have low productivity for some reason. And now multiple of them say they'd have low, but you know what, just swap them all over. They will adapt. It might be happier if I also start using more tools on things. This is mainly for the meat though. But that could be where some lack of productivity is coming from. I feel like I don't need meat. I mean, food is food at the end of the day, right? I'll swap to butchering tools. I don't know about slaughterhouses yet. Okay, I could swap to slaughterhouses. That might do a lot to our tools, but we are making more tools now. And we just got dynamite. That's very good. Tools, not as bad as I would think they would be. So hopefully that will help the productivity of those locations. This clothes import is not looking too well. The only place we could import it for any kind of good amount is from Australia, but like at that point we might as well just make our own. I have a lot of iron mines being built. Do I need these iron mines? This was set up a long time ago. I mean, I definitely could use them. I was probably planning ahead for like steel usage to pump out steel easier. I wouldn't be surprised. Shell gun. Unlocked. Oh wow, it's like 2 techs rapid fire. Now we're heading for breech loader artillery rubbers discovered in Niger Delta. There's a Danish Niger Delta. I see why you're telling me, I guess. So what did that actually unlock? Smooth bores in the artillery foundry, breech loaders, and shrapnel artillery come next. Artillery foundry could go up to smooth bores. Sure, why not? And the munition plant can already go up to explosive shells. Sure, why not? I haven't even made the one that I've been planning to make, but sure, why not? But we have tools, iron. That's probably what a lot of the iron was for too, actually, was tools. Because we're also not using steel yet. And then there's like some railways, which are definitely going to be necessary for a number of reasons. And then we have to kind of circle back and solve a bunch of problems we have, like potentially with clippers, clothes, coffee, apparently, food. Why coffee? Why is that a problem? Discord with the petite bourgeoisie. Well, I'll just take the success chance. I don't really care. I'm an Empire left power block replaced by Turkish aristocratic adult. Oh. That's interesting. I mean, it doesn't really affect me, but that's interesting. We really don't have a lot of sources of fabric where we are. Like, there's just not any real better way. Except for building livestock ranches, which also comes with fertilizer and meat. Which I guess all of these are kind of needed to some extent. I could add one to the list in Norland. Gotland doesn't have any. Gotland almost has no fertile land whatsoever. I could put one just to say we have it, but there's not a lot of fertile land in this country in general to put much of any of this stuff. I could definitely add a couple. Like 3 up there in Surveyland, 3 more. That could help fabric. That could help fertilizer and meat. And with food, I mean, food is food. No matter what food you get, the population will adapt to eating whatever you have, really. Especially if it's cheap. Meat isn't even, like, that positive. So I guess this could be a pretty useful thing to have. I'm not sure how much further it could realistically go from here, but in the long run would still be helpful. We're also very short on, like, clothes and furniture. It says it'd be pretty productive to have one in Gotaland, clothes, Scania as well. Gotland doesn't have any, but I'll build one there. Just basic clothes, textile mills, and then furniture factories we could definitely use more of. I have only 1 furniture factory in like the whole country, so I'll just spread some out in general, and that will be a lot, and probably, hopefully, solve that problem entirely. Yeah, coffee's getting very expensive. This is something... We have coffee plantations. I don't think I have coffee plantations. I think that's somebody else. I can have some in, like, Eastern New Guinea, I guess, if you count that. So technically I could queue one up all the way out there, and that technically counts. I don't like to count it because, like, I hardly have any of it. Hell, look, he's growing over there too, or he at least has some stuff. It's growing at the speed of snail due to malaria. For once, our money's looking not god-awful, so I'm gonna... Oh, God, not that. I was gonna say in Gotaland, specifically. And I'm gonna pump that up to the top to increase our construction, because we could do more construction, and our private industry's been begging for more construction capacity for a very long time. I don't want to go too crazy, because eventually we're gonna have to flip it all to steel, right? Also, I'm still living off of being bankrolled. I don't know why my money is so bad now. Another problem is, like, Denmark specifically is, like, catching up to me on prestige. which is kind of a problem. Because as they kind of catch up to me in prestige or whatever, they become less content with me being their overlord, which is a problem. Their GDP is very close to mine. They are very powerful. They have a lot of liberty desire. Some of it was coming from poor relations. It's not really anymore. We don't have poor relations. We're neutral. It's still going up, so it should get better over time. Still, I might want to think about that for the future. And I don't know if swapping these over would actually do anything. That's like ammunition and stuff. Adding more ships would probably be one of the easiest ways. Maybe not one of the most productive. Realistically, I should be getting more artillery in general. We're going to be getting towards shrapnel artillery by that point, though, by the time we actually catch up to this on the list. The big difference is like a little more artillery input and then some ammunition. We'll definitely end up needing more ammunition in the long run. I know that. Oh, also, you know what I haven't done this whole time? Not that it's been exceptionally long. I didn't swap to dynamite. I should probably swap to dynamite. Yeah. Just swap everything to dynamite all at once. We only have those 3 kinds of mines. The explosives factories. The private industry went ahead and built an explosives factory. They could definitely use more work. And that just uses fertilizer, which I think we have enough of. Commercialized agriculture is progressing nice and fine. We'll definitely eventually end up needing more of this. Probably in the same spot, though. I don't really know. It could pump out 90. So that's probably actually fine for a little while. All my ships are in survey land as well. And now that we have... Ooh. We actually have what we need to swap to steamships, which would increase productivity of that pretty much immediately. Well, that's good. Oh, and I pay a subsidy on this? I'm unsurprised that I pay a subsidy on this. I could see why I'm doing that. I don't know if I should be paying a subsidy on that. The price is very low, so we're pushing it for no reason. Let me revoke that subsidy and just kind of see how this ends up. But probably, it's probably a good indication that... I remember it was flicking on and off earlier, which is why I kind of did that. Also, this has progressed, so we could pump out more explosives just all around the board. Yeah, just swap everything. We're about to use a lot more explosives, so it makes sense. It'll adapt. Even if it says it's not profitable, like 9 out of 10 times it adapts. Why are the iron mines split? Atmospheric engine pump versus condensing. I guess I didn't turn them all over. Let's turn them all over. Let's make sure all of our mines are the same thing. Chemical bleaching has been unlocked. That's cool. Paper mills, paper bleaching. Bone china for glassworks. I was looking around. I see our motor industries is potentially getting kind of stressed as well. Go to land apparently would really benefit from having one, so I'll toss that at the end of the list. I don't think there's anything we can really do otherwise in terms of that. Paper mills, paper bleaching. It uses dyes. We don't have a lot of dye. Where? Produce in dye plantations? Yeah, we don't really make dyes. Most of it's coming from... Oh, look at the dye plantations. Danish, Togo, and Swedish Western New Guinea. Okay, well, yeah, I guess that's true. We do have a dye plantation. That's weird. Whatever. We have commercialized agriculture. Yay! Alright, cool. I don't know if swapping these over would even be valuable then. Maybe. Well, it shows that it is, so I'll do it and I'll observe it and we'll see. As for glass, I could get more production of porcelain or like production at all. We don't really use glass yet, so porcelain production wouldn't be terrible. This also uses dyes. It uses dyes, makes less glass, produces porcelain. We could use some porcelain. That could make the higher-ups happy. Our construction capacity should be raising soon, because I did build another one of those, didn't I? Maybe I just barely boosted it up a little bit. Alt-click, move to the top. I have 16k positive all of a sudden. I have no idea how. How do I have 16k positive? Well, okay, maybe because something wasn't building. Regardless, my money is doing a lot better randomly. Great Britain guaranteeing independence. Oh, you could guarantee independence?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That'll help.
I didn't see that leverage go up, so...
It's been going up very slowly, because the way it works is you're competing with everybody else that has leverage. Like, last I looked at it, you were at like 151. You're at 176 now. So it has been going up, just slowly. But that will probably help it.
Yeah, but the Netherlands joined... I started working on the Netherlands later. And they already joined now, so...
I have a lot more unclaimed leverage. I think because of my leverage I'm a major power. That's probably part of it. Wait, so the Netherlands is in your block?
Yeah. Belgium
Jesus.
also.
Oh, nice. I actually got a defensive pact with Belgium not too long ago. Technically, a trade agreement would probably help too, but that's even more influence.
Yeah, I don't have any more.
I'm not becoming a great power anytime soon, so I know that's not changing. We're barely getting any furniture from Great Britain, and I'm already building stuff to fix it, so let's just kind of get rid of that. I want to open up another trade route, and I think importing some dye might be pretty smart to do. From Haiti seems to be the most profitable thing, so I'll import some dye from Haiti. I just didn't want to spend bureaucracy on it. I need bureaucracy at some point as well. I have a lot of things that I could improve in my country if only I had bureaucracy. Which, as of right now, I do not. For that, I would need more government administration. I know there's still this urbanized Sweden thing. If I get an urban center... Oh, that's urban center to 10. I see. Government administration equal to 10 as well. I see. Okay. None of these really need anything special, but I would love to get this up to 10. I'll just toss this to the end of the list to get that up to 10 to complete the Central Archives mission. New Granada. New Granada wants a defensive pact with me. What the hell? That seems kind of random. They have a lot of defensive pacts with a lot of countries, mostly in Central America. And they're allied with Mexico. Interesting.
Yeah, but I have a feeling a lot of things in this game are random.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of RNG. Oh my god, Mexico's beating the shit out of America. What's happening? How are they pulling this off? What? Where was the American military?
Oh, Russia's helping them. France is helping them.
Helping Mexico?
Yeah.
That would explain a lot. Guess I'll take a defensive pact with New Granada. Sure. They love me. It will make others less likely to attack me. I have influence. I can't really build up my military enough to go anywhere because I'm just kind of surviving off of being bankrolled. Actually, my money is doing quite well at the moment. I mean, look at this. 11k. I could expand construction further. And, you know, these guys are yelling at me. Low organization. Why? You need a leader. Your leader is gone. Yeah, that would do that. That would definitely do that. Who do you want? Armed Forces or Intelligista? I think Armed Forces works. What's their ages? 48, 48, 44. We'll take this guy right here. He seems like kind of better overall. There you go. He should be fine. Get that organization right back up. Which reminds me, part of what I wanted to do was actually expand this. And that's going to be done here in Surveyland. Get that up to 20. I was looking at this at first. And we could do that as well. We need more of both at the end of the day. Like, at the end of the day, eventually, I would want, like, a 100-ship fleet. Kind of like I ended up doing with Japan. And I would want a 100-man, like, cohort, whatever, army in my capital.